I wish I would have known more about what sister missionaries wear before I went on my mission, because I was, in my mind, I was thinking, okay, like sister missionary, like guys go and get suits. So I was like, yeah, like, you know, blazer and skirt, you know, like matching, you know, type thing. And then I got there and they're like, we don't really want you to match your clothes. You know, we really want you to be approachable, wear bright colors, you know, get some, you know, sweaters and different things. So I kind of had to revamp my wardrobe a little bit when I got there, but that was okay, you know. It's just good to know ahead of time that you don't need suits. You don't want to be gray or black or brown, just suit. You want to have like really approachable clothes that people want to come and talk to you, and they're, you know, not like, why are all these people like business suit? I think that's what they wanted to feel. They didn't want it to be like a business area. And so one cool thing about Temple Square though is that every transfer, the first, oh, what day is it? The first, I think it's usually like the first Monday after transfers on Wednesday, they have it's called the Sisters DI. And so all the sisters that are leaving bring all their clothes before they go out of the mission. And then all the new sisters coming in and whoever else wants to go can go down there and look through the clothes and be like, oh, hey, this is what I want. And it's all free, right? Because it's just like an exchange clothes. So that was helpful for me to like get some more bright clothes and things like that. I didn't have to go and buy them. They were there. Same with like winter coats. I brought a lot of winter coats, but they had so many winter coats in that area that like people were, sisters that had just left them. They're like, I don't want to carry this back with me home. It's huge and heavy and I have other things I want to take in my suitcase. So there was lots of things like that. I don't know if they still do that, but it was going on my whole mission. So it was helpful. I mean, it's cold in the winter, but you're going inside and outside constantly. So, you know, you're walking around the square and it's snowing and you're talking to someone and then they look cold. And so you bring them inside a building, right? So you don't have to be like, you don't have like huge, heavy winter, you know, coats and things like that, because otherwise you're just constantly taking it off and on. So, snow's there and you're going to be in the snow, and it gets hot there in the summer and it's really warm. So, I mean, just Utah weather, but it's pretty nice being on the square because like in the winter, the buildings are heated, in the summer they're air conditioned. So either way, you're always going to be like temperature controlled. As far as safety goes on Temple Square, the sisters, I would say it's definitely the safest mission you could go to because of the security guards. They have signals that they tell the sisters to use. If you're talking to someone, you feel really uncomfortable, you don't know how to get out of the situation, you do like the little signal for the security guard and he'll come over and he'll talk to the person and you can leave. Or you have different code words that you can use. If you're talking to someone, you can tell your companion the code word and then she'll call security and they'll come, and just to get you out of any situation you don't feel comfortable in. If you're going through a tour through like the Beehive House, or there's other areas on Temple Square that you would go through and you wouldn't be able to like contact a security guard really easily, you'd have a little, you take with you, it's like a little button thing that you can push for security and they will come. But you really want to be careful not to push the button unless you want security to come. There was a couple times I was in a Beehive House assignment and the security guard would come running in and I'd be like, did somebody accidentally push the button because they forgot to take it off their skirt or something? They sat on it when they sat down in the back and then the security guard came running. So they're really careful to make sure the sisters are safe. They'll go to anything that they can. Even though there was never an instance when I was in the Beehive House that they actually needed security, but I think it was probably like at least 5 or 6 times where security guards came and they didn't even need to be needed. So they weren't like, well, you're just doing this all the time, we're not going to come. They would always come running and they'd be out of breath and they'd be like there waiting. And so they're really precautious of the sisters. There's certain ways that we have to walk home at night so that the security cameras can watch us walk home. We're not allowed to tell anyone where we live, you know, things like that, just to make sure that we're safe on Temple Square. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to do with security. I guess, I mean, there's cameras everywhere. So, yeah. But yeah, it's a safe mission for sure.